Undocumented immigrants can easily fall victim to human trafficking. Here, dozens gasp for air as they exit a cargo container operated by a migrant trafficking organization. Female migrants traveling alone are often vulnerable to kidnappings by sex trafficking organizations. At a migrant shelter in Nogales, Mexico, we met a group deported from the U.S. state of Arizona the previous night. Most attempted to enter the U.S. with the help of migrant traffickers. The shelter's director, Juan Lorero, is a lawyer who inherited this humanitarian nonprofit organization from his father. It's been operating for 40 years.
We have had many cases of people, mainly women, who are kidnapped. Here on the border, we can't tell if they're fleeing their places of origin for that reason, but they say they want to enter the United States to protect themselves from human trafficking groups.
The U.S. government says human trafficking is a growing illegal industry that involves the exploitation of men, women, or children for the purposes of commercial sex or forced labor. U.S. immigration laws include legal protections for migrants who have fallen victim to human traffickers, but few migrants are aware of their rights under those laws. Immigration attorneys at this Tucson law firm are working with migrants who've fallen victim to human traffickers.
Hello, thank you very much.
Attorney Yesenia Gámez Valdez deals directly with such cases. She says many of her clients never realize they're being trafficked.
You get forced to work for very little to no pay, and you get threatened because you're in this very uncomfortable position. You're in this very I would say weak position in that you can't go to the authorities, or maybe you believe you can't because of your immigration status, so you're kind of stuck. And I really think
Gámez Valdez says U.S. immigration laws are complex and they're affected by electoral politics. The federal government has its own definitions of human trafficking, so does each state. To navigate this tricky legal terrain, she uses a key provision of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act of 2000, called the T non-immigrant status, which is a temporary immigration benefit that enables certain trafficking victims to remain in the U.S. for up to 4 years.
The thing with T visas is that they're very rare. People don't really know about them. And again, it's because people think what happened to me is not trafficking. I wasn't kidnapped. I wasn't held in a dark room with a lock. So it's not trafficking, so they don't report it.
To obtain the T visa, lawyers we consulted say all the affected migrants need to do is report the trafficking. It helps if they can get a good lawyer in the U.S. Once they apply for a T visa, the process takes at least 2 years. If trafficked migrants are granted T visa status, they receive refugee protection in the United States, which gives them rent assistance, schooling, and work training. Franc Contreras, CGTN, Tucson, Arizona.